What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk. Y'all hit that like button right now. It's not likely that the notifications went out to our loyal subscribers. So hit that like button so we can push it out to them. So YouTube knows that everybody's liking what they're seeing over here. They'll send more notifications to the subs. But we got a good one for you real quick. Julio Jones to Miami is a real possibility. And we're going to talk about why. And this is where you put your thinking cap on and we start getting creative because we need to talk about this. We really do need to talk about this. First and foremost, before we even get started, ladies and gentlemen, let me know in the comment section, would you like to see Julio Jones in a Miami Dolphins uniform? Yes or no? Let me know, would you like to see Julio Jones in a Miami Dolphins uniform? Yes or no? I want to know what y'all think in the comment section. Let me know right now while we're here and while we're live. I got the notification. I'm glad some of y'all got the notification, man, but you know how they are sometimes. Everybody's not getting it. All right, let me know. All right, man, we got a lot of yeses. We got some some definitive yeses. That's what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. All right, let's see here. We're gonna let me see. I'm gonna play the clip from Julio this morning. Basically, Julio Jones went on undisputed, y'all. Julio Jones went on undisputed. Now, he didn't go on undisputed. Let me stop giving a false narrative. Shannon Sharp, because Skip Bayless started this narrative that Julio is coming to Dallas and all this crap, right? Shannon basically called Julio live on air. Julio answered. Julio said, I ain't going to no Dallas Cowboys, man. I want to win. So I want to let y'all hear this for y'allself so I can see what y'all think about it. And y'all give me, and we're going to talk about it after we play the video, all right? So here we go. Let's go ahead and get it. Let me see. Oh, I got the wrong screen sharing. I got my screen sharing. Y'all give me one moment. I'll share the right one. All right. Let's see here. All right. There we go. All right. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Here we go. We're going to play it.
Calling.
You watching, Julio?
Really hope he answers here.
Julio, have the guts to pick up the phone.
What's happening?
Yeah.
All right.
Julio. Hold on. Let me put you up. Can you hear me?
I got you. This is your favorite uncle. What's going on, bro?
Man, nothing much. About to go meet up with my brother. What's happening with you?
Man, look. You want to go to the Cowboys, Julio? Or you want to stay in Atlanta?
Which one?
Oh, man, nah, I'm out of there, man.
He out of Atlanta,
You
baby.
out?
He's out of
The
there.
man said live.
Ideally, where would you like to go?
Right now, I want to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
Wanna
don't go to
win.
Dallas. If you go, you ain't winning in Dallas, Julio.
Nah, man, listen, come on, man. You already know I know.
Okay.
He ain't going to Dallas. He already know he ain't winning in Dallas.
Listen. You know how people is, man, with all that going
Right.
on with the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all that stuff like that.
Okay.
Man, I ain't never been on that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Julio, I'll talk to you later. Thanks for calling me back. We on air, but I appreciate you calling me, dog. You know I know my nephew was going to pick up.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. All right. We got to talk about this because we got to talk about the Miami Dolphins. It's a real possibility that Julio Jones can end up in Miami. And I already knew what a lot of people were going to say when I said that. We already got all these wide receivers. First of all, the Julio Jones 3 months ago, I'm going to give y'all the backstory. He requested a trade. This is what nobody knew. He requested a trade from Atlanta. So all those rumblings, oh, Atlanta got Julio on the trade block. They ain't have him on the trade block. He requested the trade 3 months earlier. That's why they were listening to calls before the draft. But their price was a first-round pick. Did he get traded? No, because nobody would pay a first-round pick for an older guy coming off of an injury, and then on top of coming off of an injury with the type of salary cap that he would demand. So they're not going to be able to get a first. But he just said out his own mouth, I am out of there. They in trouble. The price just went down drastically. The price just went down drastically. First of all, they weren't going to get a first, so they probably moved it to a second, and that's still been out there. And then he said, I'm out of there. The price just went down, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not even going to speculate on what he'd cost on a trade market, but let's talk about it. I don't think the Miami Dolphins would give up a first-round pick for Julio Jones. But you know what the beautiful thing about the Miami Dolphins is in this whole situation? They don't have to give up a first-round pick. You know why? Because they can give up Devontae Parker. Talk to me, somebody. Talk to me, somebody. Talk to me, somebody. Because they could give up Devontae Parker. And they could give up something like a fourth rounder or a third rounder in Devontae Parker. Call it a day. Call it a day. That's what you got to get in your head. They don't have to give up a first or a potential second. They could give up Devontae Parker in a third. It's easy. It's easy. And I'm keeping it 1,000. Parker, I love you, but listen. And that make you think. See, everybody thinking about the draft capital. But no, we ain't got to give up the draft capital because they'd be getting a younger guy who still has talent in Devontae Parker, who's very serviceable and can give you some big plays. He's not going to be Julio. And I don't care. You can get mad at me all you want. He's half of Julio because that's how much of a dog Julio is. Julio is the top of the top, the creme de la creme. Period. Period. They got Devontae Parker, and let me tell you why. And let's talk about the money here. If he stay with Atlanta, they just screwed. They got to pay this man like $27 million this year if he stay with Atlanta, and they got to pay him like $20 next year. It's just crazy if he stays in Atlanta. He's like a $25 million cap hit this year in Atlanta. But forget Atlanta. We're not Atlanta. Let's talk about the team he gets traded to. Let's talk about the contract numbers. If Julio landed, now remember, all of this has to happen after June 1st. Wherever Julio goes, it has to happen after June 1st because it is not very beneficial for them to trade him before June 1st. If they did before June 1st, they'd be the dumbest franchise ever from a contractual standpoint to eat that much dead cap. But after June 1st, let's talk about the numbers. And June 1st is right around the corner, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about 7 or 8 days. It's right here. It's about to happen. And I wouldn't be surprised if a deal hasn't already been reached in principle, but I'll leave that where it is. Let's talk about the numbers, okay? Julio Jones would basically be a 3-year, $38 million deal for whatever team takes him after June 1st. 3-year, $38 million. Ladies and gentlemen, that's about $12.8 million a year. That is a steal for whatever team gets him. You know why? Julio has not slowed down in his production whatsoever in this league. 12, 13 million a year for Julio. Basically, ladies and gentlemen, 12 or 13 million a year for Julio for the next 3 years, and he hasn't slowed down yet. That is a steal for a guy who can easily get 20 to 25 million per year, even to this day, signing as a free agent. Easily. You would be getting a 3-year, $38 million for the remainder of his contract. And let me tell you what's even more beautiful about it. Let me tell you what's more beautiful about his contract for whatever team acquires him. In the first year, he'd be a $17 million he'd be a $17 million cap hit. What y'all ain't talking about is that Devontae Parker is a $12 million cap hit this year. Yeah, I bet you didn't know that. Devontae Parker is a $12 million cap hit this year, $9 million next year, and $9 million a year after that. But the beautiful thing about Julio's contract, after this year, he only has $2 million in dead cap. If things just went south for whatever reason, you can let him go next year and you're only on the books for $2 million dead cap. Devontae Parker, on the other hand, is a $12 million cap hit this year. Next year, he has about $5 million dead cap, so forth and so on. It's like a perfect situation because Devontae Parker is on the clock this year, the way his contract is set up. So if you really think about it, if Parker played this year and they released him next year, just for whatever reason, say that they like Fuller better and they want to sign him long term, or whatever it is, Parker would still cost us $5 million next year. That's a total of $17 million. Do you know what Julio would cost us for the 1 year? 19, because he'd have $2 million dead cap next year. So Julio would cost us 19 to keep him for 1 year, and Parker would cost us 17 to keep him for 1 year because of the dead cap Parker has next year. The only reason I would say entertain the Julio thing is because Parker is on a 1 year situation right now anyway, just like Will Fuller is. And if you brought Julio in, you either have him for a 3 year 38 or 1 year 17, and then eat the $2 million dead cap next year, which you could spread out for 2 more years and make it $1 million and $1 million. Would we be upgrading with Julio over Devontae Parker? And for a $2 million difference? That's what you got to talk about. Ball Game said, we don't need Julio Jones. Why even put energy in this? If Atlanta is willing to let him go, that tells me everything I need to know. I'm not interested in a wide receiver at the end of his career. Well, first of all, there's some false things in there. Atlanta wasn't willing to let him go. Julio requested a trade 3 months ago, and that just came out today. We didn't even know that. That came out that Julio is the one that requested the trade. Atlanta never wanted to let him go. Atlanta came out publicly and said we're not trading Julio, but they were forced to listen to They were forced to listen to offers before the draft because he say he wants out. And now he goes on national television and say I want out. They don't want to let him go, but they're going to have to, because he wants out. And he just said on national television, I'm out of there. I'm out of there. He don't want to be there. This ain't an Atlanta thing where if they're willing to let him go. No, they know that they can't retain him anymore. He's a disgruntled employee that wants nothing to do with the organization anymore. He wants to win. And he feels like, I'm done trying to win in Atlanta. We've done it too many years. It's time for me to move on and have an opportunity to win. That's what's happening. Now, at the end of his career, I get that argument, but once again, we got a Devontae Parker who's on a 1 year situation where they're going to make a decision. We got a Will Fuller who's on a 1 year. They got to make a decision. If both of them are on 1 year, got to make a decisions, why not swap them out for the better 1 year guy and make a decision? That's what this is about. You think that they're viewing Parker, unless he balls out this year, as a long-term 3-4 years from now? Will Fuller's on a 1 year. So we got a whole bunch of those guys. And we're talking about, see, it's one thing to say a guy on the tail end of his career, but we're also talking about a guy on the tail end of his career that has never missed a beat. Never missed a beat. Still has all the intangibles to be a number one in the NFL. And he is the number one in the NFL. Even to this day, isn't even close to being considered a number two on just about any roster. Just about any roster. Not even close to being considered a number two. It's not a fall off. It's definitely not a fall off. So that's why this could be a serious situation, y'all. I would not be surprised if you look up, because let me tell you why it fits the mold right now. The Miami Dolphins are strictly making moves right now to solidify the roster and bolster it to make a real run this year. Why you think Melvin in the building right now? Why you think Ingram is literally in Miami Gardens right now in the facilities? Same situation as Julio. The guy is 30-something years old, coming off of an injury, just like Julio, and he's in the building in Miami right now, this very minute. He is in the building this very minute. So the same thing would need to apply for Melvin Ingram, but he's in the building. So that tells you the Miami Dolphins would be open to this as well. They would be open to this as well. And we're going to keep our eye on this situation, because I could see it happening. I could see it happening. You know why? Because once again, Devontae Parker ain't a Flores and them guy. And then they got him on the cheapest deal that they could possibly find. And then they might even escape the back end of the deal. Shh. It's possible, ladies and gentlemen. You cannot rule this out. You just can't rule it out. We could sit here, oh no, this and that. It's a possibility. Melvin Ingram shows you that this is definitely a possibility. So the reality is, how do the Miami Dolphins view a guy like Devontae Parker? That's what it is. That's what it is. All them seasons Parker done played, how many 1,000-yard seasons he done had? And Julio is a perennial 13, 14, 15, 1,600-yard receiver. Perennial. But I will say this. It wouldn't be nice if he ended up in New England. It wouldn't be nice if he ended up in New England. It would not be nice if he ended up in New England. I will say that. That wouldn't be nice at all. And I was just sitting there telling y'all this morning, I feel like we have one of the best receiving corps in the NFL. Top 4. When you put them together. You swap out Parker and Julio, no brainer. It's a wrap. Tua would have the best receiving corps in the NFL. No brainer. Nobody could argue it. He would have the best receiving corps in the entire NFL. Best receiving corps in the NFL, no brainer. Nobody can debate it. Will Fuller, Jalen Waddle, Julio Jones, and Waddle, and Gesicki. We can go far. Oh, nasty. 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 And the reason why I feel like this is a real possibility, because the contractual obligations would be in Miami's favor. The contractual obligations would be in Miami's favor. It wouldn't hurt. Because you'd be sending Parker's $12 million cap hit this year. We shall see, man. But I had to talk about this one because my inbox was flooding. Hey, what do you think about the Julio situation? Did my research, and this was my final thought on the matter. This is what I came up with. And by the way, what number does Julio Jones wear on his jersey? Let me take a sip of water. We're gonna change that 1-1. Paul Games say you need to quit it. I asked you, I'm just asking the question. What number does Julio Jones wear? The Miami Dolphins would save money, keep the same jersey, just change the name. Keep the same jersey, just change the name. You ain't got to order no new jerseys. You already got all the 11s you need. All you got to do is rip the Parker patch off and put in Jones. And you already got some Joneses. You already got Jones in the bill. You still got some of Brandon Jones's Jones printed out. You got some you probably still got some old you got Byron Jones, Brandon Jones. You probably still got Rashad Jones. Jones is in the building. We got Joneses on deck. Look, your uniform department will save money. Miami, it's a no-brainer. Oh, man. Come on, Stephen Ross. You got to run the organization efficiently, man. Tell them, make the deal. We got to use these Joneses up. Oh, man. June 1st, I give it to the 3rd of June, and a deal will be made, y'all. It might happen on June 1st, but I give it June 3rd, somewhere around there. You're going to hear breaking news. Julio Jones traded to wherever he ends up, and that's what it's going to be. June 3rd, somewhere around, either the 2nd or the 3rd, it's going down because this is going to happen quick. This one don't sit on the shelf. You don't sit this one on the shelf. Man, oh man. Y'all know this wouldn't be a TD Fans Talk show if I didn't say something like this, man. Imagine them getting Le'Veon, getting Melvin Ingram, trading Parker for Julio, and then all of a sudden, I ain't even gonna say it. I'll leave it at that, man. I don't know, man. Quarterback, they might be upgraded. I don't know. That'd be crazy. But anyway, y'all know it wouldn't be a TD Fans Talk show if I didn't say that. Ooh! It's shaping up, but will we get any of these guys? This is the 3rd video I made today, but will we get any of these guys? Will we get Julio? Will we get Melvin Ingram? Will we get Le'Veon Bell? Those are 3 options that could help this team bolster the roster and also provide some real good veteran leadership. Let me tell y'all, that's another thing. I would like a move like this because that's some good veteran leadership with our cores. Like literally, Julio Jones is a Hall of Famer. Okay, he going to the Hall of Fame, bringing that type of energy with Waddle. Like, think about it. What energy does Waddle have being a young guy where a veteran is showing him the ropes? Parker, okay, all right, but y'all get my point, man. A talent like Waddle, you want a future Hall of Famer to be? We ain't got no future Hall of Famers in this receiving core. We ain't got no, I'm telling y'all, man. I would like that. See, these are the type of guys that you'll have a guy on the roster they can look up to, look at how he works, what, his little tricks, is this and that. Fuller, come on, man. Stop that mess. Great receiver, talented, but he ain't in that echelon yet. He got to put in some years. He got more years to put in to be there. We'll see. And Jaceki, you're right. You're right, man. We'll see how it goes, man. We'll see how it goes. TD, you dreaming. I love dreaming. Dreams come true. Dreams come true. Y'all can say I'm dreaming. Yeah, I'm dreaming. I'm not saying any of this will happen, but it's possible. All of us can acknowledge that anything is possible. All of this is possible. Is it likely all of it will happen? I'll be the first to tell you no. But it's all possible. But what I do know is Melvin Ingram is in the building right now. See, if I was talking about Melvin Ingram to Miami, some of y'all would be like, stop, TD. We just got Jalen Phillips. We don't need no more pass rusher. The man 31, TD. Stop it. But since he in the building, now y'all reserved. You won't say nothing. It's okay. It's okay because he's in the building. That means Miami actually is interested. Now I won't get on TD about a Melvin Ingram, for instance. Do y'all see how that works? If Melvin Ingram wasn't in the building right now, and I went through all the available free agents, and I said the Miami Dolphins should bring in Melvin Ingram, that might be a good look. That could really help, blah, blah, blah. TD, that's not happening. Chill, man. You delusional. You wish. Yeah, some of y'all will be saying the same things that I'm saying right now about Julio. You'll be saying some of the same things. But he in the building talking to the Dolphins right now. So you have nothing to say. We'll see. We'll see. Duh, he's in the building. I know. That secures it for some of y'all. That secures it for some of y'all. But that's all right. We'll see about the rest of them too. All I know is we trying to build that Super Bowl contending team, and it's coming full circle. And I think they're gonna get one or two of these deals done. I think so. Y'all better get ready for it. Don't be scared, man. Y'all, let's step into greatness. We already got the core of our team. We already have the core of our team. The core of our team is young, talented guys who are hungry and ready to win. That's the core of our team. Now you're bringing in certain veterans and things to fit gaps and be good depth and or beat people out in camp, make it even harder, and you're locking the team in now. That's what it's about. And they're trying, and I love that. The Miami Dolphins are doing it right, man. I'm loving every bit of it. Ooh, it's getting scary. Somebody said, please don't let Julio go to Buffalo. You see all this talk about, oh, we don't this and that. But if you go to one of our division rivals, all that mess stop. See, we talk about don't let Julio go to Buffalo. Don't let Melvin Ingram go to Buffalo. You see how that works, y'all? Any one of these guys go to Buffalo or New England, and they could be the difference maker that stops us. And I want y'all to think about it like that too. But any of these guys come to Miami, all of them concerned about the Dolphins. And they're legitimately concerned about the Miami Dolphins. They're legitimately concerned about, they ain't concerned right now about draft picks that have to prove it. They're not. We all feeling good about it, but they're not concerned about a whole bunch of talented draft picks that still haven't proved it yet. But you bring a Julio Jones, a Melvin Ingram, and stuff like that on the roster. Oh, they shivering. They shivering. They're like, oh, man, oh, my gosh. Life has changed. Then the only thing they going to hold on to, yeah, but Tua still has to prove it. And I think that with the Julio Jones, life is easy for Tua. Just throw it deep. Just throw it deep. Life is easy. Laying in the sand. Vacation. TD, out of all three, who would you rather have? Are you saying Bell, Melvin Ingram, and Julio? Bell is the least, but that's a good question. I might value the depth at the defensive end / a left outside linebacker more than Julio because we do have a good receiving core anyway. I would probably value Melvin Ingram more, but man, it sucks for me to even have to pick, but I would have to go Melvin Ingram. The upside of that is crazy. The collective group with the wide receiver core that we have right now, I feel is just enough, just fine. So Melvin has the potential to have the biggest impact, in my opinion. But so that's number one. Julio is a close second, man. So Melvin is would be the top of my priority, which is a good thing because we already got him in the building. So we're close to that. But I'm telling y'all now, let me tell you another thing. Julio is more inclined to be like, yeah, I'll go to Miami if you sign a guy like Melvin. Like your defense was already one of the top defenses, and you bring in Javon Holland. You sitting there, you got Jalen Phillips, and then you got Melvin Ingram. Come on, y'all. Like anybody can see Ray Charles be like, hey, sign me over there. That defense has gotten better. And I'm not even talking about our linebacking core. I'm not even talking about the addition with the linebacking core. This defense will be like scary. Now you add Melvin. Come on, man. Listen, we going at the number one defense in the NFL. Bringing oh my gosh, it'll be sickening. It'll be sickening. Because now you don't have to zero out blitzes. You can send 4 or 5. On occasions, you could always have that roamer in the middle that's watching the quarterback for those mobile quarterbacks just in case they escape the blitz. And oh my gosh, we bottle up every quarterback and that secondary would eat. And EM got a good point. Melvin Ingram would be a good mentor to Phillips this year. That's real. That is real. He'll elevate Ogbah's game too. Somebody said, bro, Tua can't throw it deep. Let me tell you something. I don't care what Tua can't do. Long as he can throw the ball out there, it ain't got to be accurate with a Julio Jones. Just throw it out there. You know those balls that Tua overthrew by 6 feet last year? Those right there? Oh, them still caught, baby. Julio Jones, them still caught. Them overthrown balls, oh, them still caught with Julio all day. So I don't care. I ain't looking for the accuracy in him no more because he don't need to be. Not ridiculously accurate. I mean, he still got to be accurate to a degree. TD Le'Veon is washed, I thought. Not by committee. See, y'all got to remember the context. If you're using him by committee, he's a good addition to this team. He's a good addition to this team. All right. He underthrew a lot, not overthrew. Yeah, because he held the ball a little too long sometimes. So now he'd be able to just down say hut, let it rip. Touchdown. Now he ain't got to sit there and all this timing and stuff. He knows hut, 1, 2, step into it, let it go. Ain't no guessing. And that man got an arm. That man got arm strength. He could get the ball down there. Let's not sit here and write this narrative. I know it wasn't always accurate, but that's not right a narrative like he can't get the ball down there. He underthrew the ball because there was a lot of timing issues with him and his receivers. Yeah, I really don't think it has nothing to do with him having a weak arm or anything like that. It was just timing issues and him putting it in a place where he thought the receiver would probably be at that time, which they weren't. And on top of it, you also have to, this is where I do give him a little bit of a valid excuse. You got to understand a lot of those throws, deep balls take you putting your hip under it. That hip should be at its best form right now. It is very close to what it used to be. Now he'll be able to actually have that motion into his throws. So all of that, when you add it, this is his year, man. That's why he has a huge potential to really break out and be a massive threat this year, like just a straight up baller. And if he can't live up to it this year, I don't care. I don't care if the O-line sucks. I don't care if this and that. I mean, it just, and I'm not talking about, I'm talking about with his timing and making plays and not holding on to the ball. I really think he'll be fine. I think he'll be fine this year. But time will tell. But all these opportunities that the Miami Dolphins have out here, listen, I'm not going to write any of them off. They're all possibilities, man, and I'm excited about every single one of them because we got opportunities to bolster our roster and make the roster better. We do. Let's keep our eye on it. I'm going to keep my eye on it. We'll know more as time goes. Y'all hit that like button. We got 400 people watching right now. So punch that like button, show some support to the channel. And also let your friends and family members know about the channel as well. We'll see how it goes down, man. The Miami Dolphins have all these opportunities. Will they take advantage of any of them? I just feel like they really need to secure the Melvin Ingram signing as soon as possible. Secure Melvin Ingram. If we can do that, that would be a thing of beauty. And I think that, do we have enough respect for Melvin Ingram to pick us over the Chiefs? Y'all tell me in the comment section, have we at least reached the amount of respect at this point? Because Le'Veon Bell know he should have came to Miami now, hindsight, right? He didn't know at the time. That's why I don't hold it against him. But do we have enough respect around the league now for players to take us serious and come to us instead of the Chiefs? With what we're building and what we're doing over here and all the additions, do we have enough respect from other players in the NFL? That's what it's going to come down to. That's what's going to be the deciding factor. And we don't know because Melvin Ingram, it's his choice. We shall see. Man, somebody said money talks. We got money. We got money, y'all. And I'm going to tell you now, just for them out there shopping to get Melvin Ingram, something's going to happen anyway. They're moving someone anyway. Hopefully y'all put that together. Melvin Ingram is in the building. They're going to make a move anyway. Something's happening. Anywho, this TD FINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I am about to get up out of here, man. Had to drop another one on y'all. We got more coming, man. We got more coming. I'm gonna go ahead. I actually took a lunch break from that first stream to I just did 2 in a row, but between that, I took a lunch break and me and my wife went walking for 2.5 miles. So yeah, man. I'm gonna go. I came straight in on this, but anyway, we'll see. But at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, time will tell. We're about to find out. But good job, Miami Dolphins, even making the move to pursue these guys. Now we got to see how it ends up. Do we have enough respect yet? That's what the signing, that's what the signing is going to mean. If we can sign this guy, we got the respect now, and then other people may follow. But I'll see y'all soon. It's TD FINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I got more content for y'all today, but right now I'm going to go hang out with the fam. And then just keep checking in because I'll be live again. I promise you that. See y'all soon. We still got to talk about Noah Igbenogany. My thoughts on his offseason and what to expect from him this year. See you soon. TD FINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphins fans. I'm out. Peace.